This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. I was a big fan of this when it came out last year, and so when I got an email from Friedman, apparently the big cheese, Dave himself, asked if I would like to get in touch with me to demo this thing. So this is my first time opening it, as I customarily like to make use of this knife. Incredibly blunt and quite useless. Me, I guess. The IRD, which is essentially the next installment, which is the Dirty Shirley, essentially. So same setup, channel 1, channel 2 and boost, but it's going to be a different preamp, which is the Dirty Shirley. So Shirley, not, don't call me Shirley, and let's have a look. Same but different, right? So let's see how this thing sounds. I really was impressed with the first one, and it feels to me like the ideal sort of thing for someone who needs to go direct, doesn't really want to get into menus, likes the idea of having an actual valve preamp into a modelled power amp. So the IRX I bought with my own money when it came out, because I was kind of interested to see, you know, whether it lived up to, you know, some of the expectations that I had. I was really impressed, And so when I got an email from Friedman Amps asking if I would demo the IRD, I said yes, of course. So this is a sponsored video. What this is essentially is a Dirty Shirley / twin sister. So it's a 2-channel thing, again like the IRX, with a send and return, MIDI in, so you can switch between the channels and combinations of the channel 1, channel 2 and boost being on or off. There is an editor for this as well, which I'm not going to go into in this video, but essentially in that editor you can load in your own IRs and also turn between different presence and thump modes for each channel. So thump is kind of like that rumbly, that kind of stuff, so you get more low-end activity or less. So that's editable per channel as well. You've got a headphone output, you've got a ground lift, pretty fully featured. And I guess my thought with this is like, this is an ideal direct solution, which I think more and more these days, some kind of direct solution is in pretty much every working guitarist's tool bag, right? And this one has 2 tubes in it, so you know, why not? I integrated actually the IRX with the HX effects, and that was what I was using for the intro there, was the IRD in the loop of the HX effects. So the HX effects was handling delay, reverb and drives. It takes drives really well. Just a great sound and great feeling pedal. Oh, also there is a link with the Synergy amp stuff. So I, you know, like to see more of this sort of stuff. I think, you know, if you're going to own one of these, you might want to own a couple of them, like Synergy modules. So if you've got your favorite kind of Synergy modules or things that you'd like to see Friedman do in the future with this kind of format, feel free to drop them into the comments. It's essentially like a preamp module into the kind of modeling side of the power amp stuff, but the Synergy stuff seems to work really well for some people. So that could be interesting to see Friedman do more of this sort of thing with other models. At the moment, it's 2 Friedman models, the Dirty Shirley and the BE. Be interested to see the Brown Eye. It'd be interesting to see what else they might do in the future. Okay, the good news with a unit like this is that I think the format is pretty awesome, and the idea, I think, is that Friedman with Synergy have actually got access to loads of these preamp type pedals. So I'm thinking that we could be seeing that this sort of thing, we might see more of it. And so now we have the Friedman IRX, this is the IRD, so that's both the HBE type pedal and the Dirty Shirley type pedal. What we could have on top of that would be other things if this thing goes well, and other Synergy modules include Mesa Boogie stuff, Dumble stuff, Bogner stuff. There's loads of really good Synergy stuff, so I'm kind of keen to see what else we get. So what you see is what you get with this stuff. So we got kind of gain, volume, treble, middle, bass. You can switch your cabs and IRs, switch your boost on and off, and also we got gain structure switches. We've got 2 switches here. So that's like a bright switch, and then I think this is gain structure. Down, middle. So in the middle is your kind of least gain. Use that if you want it to be somewhat clean on this channel. Switch IRs over here. Okay, and then we can switch on or off the boost. We got a like an additional control on the side here to control how much gain. So that's kind of channel 1 can do clean to chunk. Apparently, the Dirty Shirley cleans up really nicely. So that's channel 1, pretty awesome stuff. Now I'm going to start here with about the same settings so that we can get some sense for how different or not these channels are going to be. So they sound to me like they're voiced quite close. If we up the gain, so we can kind of treat it like a 2-channel. We got another boost. Really cool. It's kind of like effortlessly sounding great. And you could set different kind of combinations of these switches for each channel. A really, really dope sounding unit, I think. I think I might even prefer that to the IRX.